Hi, I'm Danielle, and this is Karen, and she's from Austria, so I'm going to be interviewing her. So, Karen, tell me about yourself.
I'm 22. I'm from Austria, from a very small town. Um, I think we have about 2,000 inhabitants, so it's basically a village, I guess. Um, but I grew up there with my two siblings and my parents, and they still live there. But of course, because I'm studying now, I had to go to a bigger city to study. So I live in Karlsruhe right now with my boyfriend, and we live in a flat that we share with another guy. And yeah, I can go to university, like I can walk there. That's very nice. But if I would live at home, it would take me an hour to go to university and come back, of course.
And who all lives in your house?
At home,
Mm-hmm.
it's my parents and my two siblings and me. Like our grandparents live close, but we have our own house basically, and we try to visit them very often. But of course, since everyone has their own life, that's not possible every weekend.
How do you like America so far?
It's really interesting. It's part of it is like I expected it to be, and other parts are totally different. For instance, what I first noticed here are red cups.
Yeah.
Because I thought that's just in the movies. Because you can, every time someone drinks something, they always drink it out of red cups. But that's really like that.
The red Solo cups?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have those at all?
We don't have them at all. Like, no one does. And
what about the food here? What's different between the foods?
There's a lot more sugar in everything. So, like, and everything is so creamy and I don't know, greasy. Basically, I don't know. There are a lot of desserts, and we don't have burgers usually. Like if we want to go to get burgers, we have to go to McDonald's.
So you guys are more healthier.
I'm not 100% sure if it's a lot healthier, but the basic food, I guess, is healthier.
What about the schools? How do you guys go by with your schools?
How we go where?
Like, what are your schools like?
Like,
do you guys have elementary, secondary?
We do, yeah. We have, like, we start school at the age of 6 or 7, and then we go to primary school, or which is elementary school, I guess, for 4 years. And then we go to secondary school, also for 4 years, and then we can go to high school for 4 years to get our final exam and then be allowed to go on and study at university. But we're only forced to go to school for 9 years.
That's it? 9 years?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess it's good that we have to go to school at least for 9 years, and lots of people go on to go to school, but some people stop after 9 years of school and then they learn job, like a trade. I don't know how to call that. Like they go and
find a job,
learn a job. Yeah, to find a job, but they are still trainees.
Is it kind of like an internship?
It's already a real job, but you're not a master in that job.
So you just
it's
do
like
trainings.
A mechanic. You have to, yeah.
Oh yeah, we have jobs like that here. We have to go to trainings.
Yeah, so that's what you can do after 9 years of school, and if you go on, you can get higher jobs, of course.
Right. And what about English? Like your English is very good to me. How do you how do you learn it?
We start. Sometimes we also already start at the age of 10, at maybe the 4th grade, basically, and we definitely start at the first year of secondary school. So that's at least 5 years of English for everyone. And if you go on to school, you have English until your final exam. And it's basically a main subject. So we have it for at least 3 to 4 hours every week.
Oh.
And like the main subjects in Austria are German, English, and maths. And some schools also offer further languages, and they become main classes too.
Oh. Now, when you guys watch movies, is it in English or is it in German?
All the movies we can watch on TV are in German. So they just basically let other actors speak over the real language. So they delete all the sound from the movies, and you can only hear German voices, no English voices anymore.
Voiceovers? That's a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work, yeah, but they do it so good that you cannot even tell most of the time if the original language was English or not. Because they were really good at that now. They had a lot of practice. And if we want to watch movies in English, we have to watch them online or go to certain cinemas who play them in original versions. But yeah, then we still basically have the subtitles, at least in German. So,
what are your favorite foods?
My favorite food. Since I'm Austrian, I basically have to say Wiener Schnitzel, I guess.
And what is that?
That's it's some kind of meat. The very traditional one is with beef, but it can also be with pork or chicken or turkey. It's a piece of meat, and then you roll it in first flour, then in egg, and then in basically breadcrumbs, but they're very, very small breadcrumbs. And then you fry it in a pan. And that's Wiener Schnitzel.
And what, you don't have a lot of desserts, but what desserts do you like?
Yeah, an Austrian dessert that I really like is Sachertorte, which is a very special chocolate cake. It's so good. It's really good. Yeah, it's amazing. And for instance, we eat a lot of Apfelstrudel. I don't know if you know what that is.
Apfelstrudel? I've heard of it.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the same thing as here, though. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know what the dough is called, but it's a very thin dough, and then you put apples inside.
There's like strips of dough
and you roll it, and yeah. And with vanilla sauce, it's so good. It's amazing. And of course, I'm obsessed with brownies. That's the best thing of whole America. I love them. But usually, like when I want to get brownies at home, I have to go to the Mac Cafe at McDonald's to get it. Because in bakeries or something, you don't get brownies. You get different kinds of cakes and also something we call Krapfen for a certain time of the year, like Carnival. That's when they bake this. I don't know what it's called. We call it Krapfen, and it's dough, and inside is apricot.
I know the fruit apricot.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've heard of this.
And then they fry it, and it's really, really good. And that's something you can only get from the 11th of November until the end of Carnival.
Oh, what special holidays do you have then?
Yeah, Carnival is not a holiday because it's too long, but we can still celebrate it, of course. But we have, of course, Christmas, Easter, and all of the Catholic holidays, because most of the people in Austria are Roman Catholics. So that's a really big thing. And we don't celebrate Halloween. We have something like Thanksgiving, but it's not that important. Like you only take some food to church, and the priest and all the people say thank you, basically, and then you take them home and eat them. But it's food that grows in your own garden, so you say thank you what you harvested, basically.
Okay, well, thank you so much for doing this interview with me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It was very nice of you.